What's good, everybody? We are back, as you see on the screen here. Got my good brother, Tony Lippett. If you are new to this, please like and subscribe everything that goes on with Off the Top Show. We are on all platforms. And if you are joining us live, you are seeing this live right now. But if you miss it, you will always go ahead and have it on Spotify to go ahead and check it out, and YouTube to go ahead and see what we're talking about. With this episode, this is the SpartanDawgs episode. We go ahead and talk about the Michigan area. So we go ahead and cover the Pistons, the Lions, the Tigers, Spartan football, and then we have a great segment at the end towards when we get through everything called Speak On It, where we go ahead and talk about different, things that's going on within the NBA, NFL, things like that, hot takes. So new, welcome. If you've been with us for a long time, what's happening? My good brother, Tony Lippett, what is going on? My good brother. It has been damn near like 4 months. It feels like 5 months because we took a little break after the Super Bowl. What's happening?
Hey man, feel good to be back, man. Been a good little while, man. Been a good little 2 months. We able to, decompress a little bit from that NFL season and the first half of the basketball season. But we in playoff time. It's the draft, literally in 2 days, NFL draft. Hey man, we feeling refreshed, we feeling good, man. So like you said, man, if y'all new, we appreciate y'all for pulling up. We turned up, we got that knowledge here. We bringing that good vibes and good energy and all. If you want our originals, welcome back, baby. What's happening, man?
What's going on? Man, let's go ahead and hop right into it here as we've all watched last night. Detroit basketball. For the people that have been in the dumps for way too long, going ahead and seeing a team that damn near wasn't shit, if you want me to be honest with you.
Chill out, bro. Chill out, bro. Don't be doing all that, bro. Don't. We right back on it. Don't be coming on here doing all that, bro.
But no, let's get back into this because this is definitely huge for the city of Michigan. Excuse me, the city of Detroit and just the state of Michigan. Pistons go ahead and win 100-94 against the Knicks in the Garden. As we see here, we all know at the helm, we've been preaching about this brother this whole entire time. Kay Cunningham, man, the vocal leader of that team, the guy that just hoops. Mr. Silent Assassin, I guess I'm going to go ahead and call him that. 33 points, 12 rebounds, 3 assists. Obviously, other guys contributed. Go ahead and talk to me a little about this game. Series is now 1-1. It is heading back to the Motor City. I know Detroit's about to be live for this one, man. Talk to me about this game.
First off, man, shout out to Detroit basketball, man. Detroit Pistons for winning their first playoff game since 2008. That's 17 years ago. Since 2008. So, man, shout out, man. It's been a long time coming. I was saying for the last couple of years, I want to see how Cade. I remember at the beginning of the year, I'm talking about, like, man, I want to see how Cade brings this team along. How he going to play, how he going to finish. Obviously, he finished the season well. He's going to be on an All-NBA team. If not the first, he might sneak into the first. Who knows? But if not the first, I think he's definitely going to be a second NBA teamer. Man, you can just tell Detroit basketball is back, man. We feeling good. We playing well. I'm playing against the Knicks, obviously. We the 6 seed, 3 seed. Finished the season. Not in the play-in. That is a big thing because you get a week off to play. You get a week off before you play. And you actually know your opponent. You ain't got to wait to see who's going to play in the play-in like the 1 and the 2 seed you have to do. Coming into this game, man, coming into this series, I picked the Pistons to win. I forgot what I texted you. I think I texted you. I think they was going to win in 7. I think it was either 6 or 7. One of them, but I had the Pistons to win, man, and I think they should have won game 1, but obviously at the end of that game, some things transpired and the momentum shifted at the end of that game, and it's the Madison Square Garden, it's the Mecca of basketball, so it's going to be definitely tough to play in there. But they came out in this game, held them to 18 points in the first quarter. Like, in today's NBA, that is unheard of.
Yeah.
Let alone 2 quarters. They held them the first quarter and the third quarter. They only scored 18 points each. So to hold any team in the NBA today to under 20 points in a quarter is tremendous, let alone hold them under 20 in 2 quarters in the same game. That's Detroit basketball. That's the defensive brand of basketball. That's what we love. But Cade, man, leading the team to victory, 33 points, 12 rebounds, 3 assists, 11 for 21 from the field. Obviously, getting to the free throw line, 10 for 12. 5 turnovers, that's going to limit it a little bit, but it's the playoffs. It's hands, and they're active. They're not calling every single foul, so things are happening out there. But he's adjusting, though. How he adjusted from game 1 to game 2, is an adjustment. If I'm not mistaken, what did he score in game one? Let me see. I think he had like under 20.
I think he might have been over 20. I'm about to see
Yeah,
right.
he had 21.
21, yeah.
So to go from 21 to 33 in the Madison Square Garden, that's a big game right there. But shout out to the supporting cast. They came to help as well. Obviously, you had, Duran, 12 and 13, 12 points, 13 rebounds. Even Tobias, 15 points and 13 rebounds. Like rebounding is just solidifying, closing down a possession. They get limiting them to one shot. And some of those might have been offensive rebounds. So you limiting the other team to one shot, and you giving your team a second chance, to score another basket as well. Obviously, having Thompson and Hardaway combined for 5 points is not good. That's not what you want to be. You don't want to have two starters combined for 5 points. But when you have Beasley coming off the bench, I mean, he ain't have that good of a game yesterday. He hit 1 3, 1 for 8. But I don't think that's going to happen again. He's going to play better in Detroit. But to have Schroeder, and I remember they got Schroeder, and I'm like, bro, I think he's going to be a good component to that team. I think he's going to be a good piece coming off the bench, able to, change up the pace of the game, change the flow of it. And he can score.
Right.
Schroeder can start and he can come off the bench. And I don't think his game changes either way. To come off the bench in a playoff game in Madison Square Garden and score 20 points, and he had some big shots. If I'm not mistaken, he scored the last 5 points of the game. He scored.
Yeah.
He hit the three-pointer, and then he got fouled, and then he missed the first free throw, but he made a second free throw. So he kind of extended the lead of the game and made a big three. So I'm loving what I'm seeing from the Pistons, man. They're coming back to Detroit. You talking about an atmosphere? I'm telling you right now, bro. I'm telling you right now, like, we haven't had a playoff game. Shit, I don't even remember. It had to be since like 2009, probably around that time, because I don't remember Detroit going to the playoffs in 2011, 12, or 13, or any time around there. Coming back to Detroit for a playoff game with the series tied 1-1. They say the playoffs don't start until a road team win the game. So for you to steal game 2, which I don't think it was a steal, I think they won game 2. Win game 2 to be coming back home 1-1 for the first playoff game at home in 17 years in Detroit, knowing how Detroit been playing this whole year and knowing how they even played last year. You want to talk about an atmosphere? Tune into the atmosphere. So I'm excited to see what I'm seeing, man. I'm definitely tuning into that series. It's one of the most competitive series. I think this series is going to go 7 games. I hope this series goes 7 games. I'm excited to see, what stars are going to be born. Are we going to see a star born for real? Because Cade is a star, but stars are really made in the playoffs. They're really made. You make a name for yourself in the playoffs. So going to a game 7 and winning a game 7 and you having a nice performance and you win it in Madison Square Garden to knock off the Knicks, knock off the 3 seed, you want to talk about big time basketball. That's what I like to see. So shout out to Detroit, man. Detroit basketball, man. We back, man. Ain't playing no game, man. Hey, we got some suitors. Come on to Detroit, man. Come on to Detroit, man. D-Book, come on, man. Let's get it, man. I like what I'm
Absolutely. No, I really think that D-Book definitely was looking at this game like, okay, this is definitely something I'm going to go ahead and look like. This team looks serious. I mean, you saw it from the jump. I mean, if you watch this game from the first quarter to the fourth quarter, they were tenacious on defense. Like, they play physical on on both ends. Pick and roll. Like, people don't I didn't really understand how big Cade Cunningham is when he's going head downhill, creating for his shot, things like that. He's looking at who's number 8 for the Knicks. I forget his name all the time.
Number 8?
Yeah. Anunoby.
Yeah.
Anunoby's not a small dude. And there's times where Cade is getting to his spot and pushing him off the spot and laying it up. I'm like, bro, this man, he don't see nobody on the court. And that's what I love about Cade. Like, he going to do what he's going to do, and he don't care who in front of him. I've always told you how I felt about Cade. I think Cade's going to be one of those top 10 guys very soon. And I think we're going to see it this year because his game is everything that someone should want to be like and see. He plays all phases of the game, plays defense, can go ahead and hit a mid-range, can hit a 3. This was a very physical game, and I liked it a lot. This was the biggest thing for me, kind of my takeaway, shooting 22% from 3 and still winning the game. There was multiple times where they were up 10 You telling me that you shoot 22% from three? Like, you probably in a dogfight, but maintaining to win the game still with shooting that percentage, because we
Yeah,
know what they do shooting wise. They're going to shoot the three. All teams in the NBA are going to shoot the three, but man, this is a great game. I think the Pistons, and I'll say this right now, I think they're going to take both them games at the crib. I just think the atmosphere is going to be crazy. It's going to bring back like it was when, the Pistons were competing every year to get in the Eastern Conference, possibly to get in the finals. They just have that atmosphere and what's going on. Like, and we've said this multiple times, from the football kind of going ahead and that grittiness of that transitioning into the NBA, guys pulling up, everybody's coming out to the city. Now you're going to have major stars coming out. You're going to go ahead and see everybody with bust on rollers. You're going to see everybody with chains. That's just what it is. You're going to see the buffs. You're going to see all that. And they're going to be talking shit. And do we
crazy.
think this Knicks team is ready for that after we saw yesterday when they were flopping around, complaining? Bro, Josh Hart was really pissing me off that night when I was watching it yesterday. I'm like, bro, can we stop going to the ref and acting like you are a 3-time, 4-time All-Star? Like, and then it's no better that we got Brunson flopping around. We got, we talk about Cat being a top center. He was nowhere to be found that game last night.
Man,
He was getting bullied around by Reed, who was the guy coming off the bench, getting in the paint, getting layups, easy buckets.
because Stewart didn't even play.
No, he didn't even play at all. So I'm just sitting there like, man, this Knicks team is about to be in a rude awakening and going to Detroit, because that atmosphere going to go ahead and get to them, and we're going to really see, like you said, who the superstars are. So I'm so happy for Detroit. I'm happy for, Pistons going ahead and doing their thing, and I hope that they continue what they did last night, because that was the type of basketball that I like to see, and hopefully that the Bucks go ahead and do that tonight. But that will go ahead, and in the later segment we'll talk about that. But huge win for the pro program, huge win for the franchise, huge win for the state, huge win for the city. That's just giving so much momentum going forward. So they go ahead and play. Let me see, what is it? I want to say they probably play on a Thursday. Yep, Thursday at 6 p.m. That's game 3. We'll go ahead and see what goes down, but that one's going to be live.
It's going to be right.
Moving on over, obviously the draft is going to go ahead and be right upon us here. As my good brother Lip said, it is 2 days. Just to kind of go over the picks real quick that they have going on. Round 1, they got the 28th pick. Round 2, they have the 60th pick overall. Round 3, they have pick 38. Round 4, they have pick 28. Round 6, they have pick 20. In round 7, they have pick 12 and pick 28. I know that this is kind of just a starter in getting into the football season, which is crazy that we're here. Guys are reported to OTAs. Guys are already in the facility. You heard about that J-Mo might be in trade situations. Maybe not. You never know in the NFL. Let's just go ahead and say that, because you never know what those upper GMs or general managers are thinking and what they're trying to do. So what are you thinking the best situation is right now? Obviously this is a very, very early thing to talk about, but you normally have a go-ahead of what happens within sports, just from my view of me knowing you for what it is. Talk to me a little bit about this, kind of where you're seeing this Detroit draft and kind of the pieces that they need kind of on a fly as of right now.
I honestly think they need to definitely go defense. Offense, they still kind of stacked. They got Gibbs, Montgomery, their offensive line, paid a lot of guys. A lot of guys on offensive line is going to be there. Laporta, obviously J-Mo. They signed Tim Patrick, if I'm not mistaken, and he made some plays for them last year as a nice little reliable, third wide receiver, maybe fourth wide receiver. Obviously, you got St. Brown,
Right.
Jared Goff. So their offense is kind of set. Like, I don't think they have to go nowhere near the offense. Now you have Hutchinson coming off an injury. So I do think you need to go D-line. You lost Zadarius Smith. You might sign him back, but he ain't signed yet. So obviously you're saying, okay, we're gonna go into the draft and we're gonna see if we can find a guy that we like more than Zadarius at this point in time. Because if you wanted him right now, you would have been signing him. So
Right.
if I'm them, I'm going D-line and secondary for sure. Obviously, they lost Carlton Davis. You got Arnold coming back for his second year. And usually from your rookie year to your second year, that's usually the biggest jump for pros. I would say in basketball and football. Anything, I would probably say basketball, football, fucking track,
Right.
soccer. Your rookie year to your second year is usually your biggest jump, because now you understand how the NFL goes or the NBA goes, but this specifically the NFL. You understand the travel. You understand the how practice goes throughout the whole year. You
Right.
understand practice at the beginning of the year is different from practice at the end of the year. You understand travel. You understand, where you gonna eat at when you go to this city, and you just understand more because you have experienced it at that moment. So I definitely think they need to go defensive lineman though. So they got the pick.
Yep, they have the let me go back to it here real quick. Yeah, so the first round they have the 28th pick, and then the second round they have the 28th pick, which is the 60th overall. In the
Okay.
third pick, they have the 38, which is 102.
Okay, they have the Lions the last few years, they have really, really hit on drafts, like
Yeah,
tremendously with Branch, Hutchinson, you feel me, Gibbs, JMO, a lot of Sewell, Panay Sewell, like they have hit on draft picks.
right.
So they need to continue that. Continue to hit on draft picks. Like I said, they need to go D line in that first round. If there's a D lineman that they love around that end of the first round, a guy that can come in and be on the opposite side of Hutchinson and add more help to him, add more help to that D line. They already signed a defensive tackle. I think McNeil, they signed him in the middle of the season last year, and he had a good season, an effective season, honestly. So they continue to build that defensive line that can help with that secondary. I think that'd be really good for them. So I would say for the first two picks, maybe the first three picks, honestly. Maybe the first three picks, I'm going D lineman, secondary, and shit. If it's another D lineman I like, I might draft another one. You feel me? I might draft in the third round or the second round. I might draft two D linemen in a row because it's good to have that depth. Obviously, they had so many defensive injuries last year. Like that was the whole thing. Injury after injury after injury after injury after injury. They had the most injuries on their defensive unit last year. So it'd be good to just add more depth to that position, add more depth to it because obviously you know that injuries happen, especially the longer you play. A lot of guys are not used to playing into January every year. And the Lions have played to the end of January for the last couple of years. So that's more games. So that's probably more injuries, more wear and tear on your body. So you got to add guys that can help out with the depth of the team. I'm excited to see what they do. If they're going to trade J-Mo, I don't know. I don't mind them trading J-Mo if they can get, more draft picks for it. I'm sure somebody will definitely take a chance on J-Mo, and they will probably give maybe a second if some team is hella thirsty, maybe a third or a fourth, but something that can add depth to the team. Do they want to pay J-Mo? I don't know. You feel me? They got all these
Right.
other guys. You can't find that speed,
No.
but you can find speed somewhere.
Yeah, yeah.
There's speed out there that you can find. You might not be to find J-Mo, but you can find speed, and you can replace that. So that's what I would look forward to. We shall see. The draft is Thursday, so if something's gonna happen, it's gonna happen this weekend. We shall see.
No, it'd be interesting to see if they do kind of tinker with JMO because JMO's a number one to me. If he goes ahead and leaves the Lions, you imagine him going to your Ravens? Lamar,
And Zay, yeah, that'll.
just to give another, maybe they go ahead and make a trade to where, I don't know, even though they just paid, what's his name? Bates. They just paid him. I'm just saying he's a number one and he's a very good weapon to have on your offense because he can take the top off. I truly will never forget when I first watched him play at Alabama, at Ohio State, wasn't even playing that much, and then went to Alabama and was balling. And he had like 6 or 7 plays over 60 yards, and he's running past people. But we shall see, though. Lions, obviously, just to kind of refresh last year, 15-2. Won the NFC North single-handedly. I feel that this is going to be another great year within the NFC North and, another great season for the Lions because their team is built to go ahead and be successful every single year. So we shall see what goes on in the draft, and we'll definitely be tuned in with that. Now is kind of the time where we're going to be locked into football and basketball. It's the best time of the year where we got things going on. You got the NBA playoffs, and then you got the start of NFL. My good brother Lip hasn't went to a baseball game yet, so hopefully he starts talking about the Tigers because the Tigers are in the first place right now in their division.
Hey, you might catch me. Hey, you never know, man. You never know. If I do go, I'm gonna record it. I'll be like, hey, he said I ain't never here. I'm gonna go. Hey, you never know. You catch Lip at, man.
That is true. That is true. But Tigers right now 14 and 19. They went ahead and beat the San Diego Padres, excuse me. They go ahead and face them today at 5:40 p.m. And then I think this series will go ahead and end with them tomorrow. Yep, and then they go ahead and face the Orioles. So we will definitely keep you on tabs with that when it comes to obviously all of the sports within the Michigan area. Obviously, Michigan State football, they went and had participated in the spring game to where we normally can see. There's a lot of questions on that on my end, but it is what it is. Hopefully that they had a good spring ball session, 1 through 1 week, 2 weeks, however it is. This is a big year. I think this is the most crucial year for Michigan State football in a very long time. There was a lot of situations in regards to, when Mark Antonio came in, had to do what he needed to do to show that this was a team and a program that he can take to where they are winning. This is, I would say, maybe similar to this situation. Obviously, we have the guy at the helm right now. What are we going to go ahead and get? Because we got to get something. We can't go ahead and be having seasons the way we're now making not making bowl games. Granted, if there's any bowl games at this point, it's just winning seasons to go ahead and, okay, we can build from. But last year, obviously, we came up short a little bit, but to me, this is a big year, and hopefully those guys are up for the challenge. We all know how everything goes with portal. We all know how this new era of college football is. Schedule, if you've looked at it, it's not as promising as it looks. But we got to go ahead and get the job done. Kind of talk to me a little bit about what you think we need to see from these Spartans this year, just what you want to see from your eyes when you go ahead and watch them play on Saturdays.
I want to see rhythm. I want to see a better rhythm through the whole team this year. And that starts with the quarterback. It starts with the quarterback. It's going to start with him. This is his second year. This is the third year in this system.
Yep.
He came from Oregon State with Coach Smith. So he recruited him. He came here with him. So this is their third year together. We have to see the playbook open up. We have to see the growth within him and the playbook. We have to see it. There's steps you have to take to be a great player. There's steps you have to take to be a good player.
Right.
And that's what I want to see. I want to see, okay, let's just say we don't have supreme talent around him or great talent around him. Let's just say we got good talent around him. Can he get the best out of them? And in order to get the best out of them, that means he has to play great all the time. Can he do that? That's what I want to see. Because, like I said, if you ain't got no quarterback, you ain't got shit. And I don't care what league you in. Like, if you don't have a quarterback, you don't have nothing. So that's what it's about. What are you going to do? How are you going to elevate the guys around you? Because this is what it is. You got quarterbacks leaving, trying to negotiate deals in the middle of the college playoffs. All this quarterback shit. All these quarterbacks getting $8 million, $9 million, and college players that haven't even played college football yet, getting $12 million, and nothing against none of that. But now that comes with, you have to do something about that. There's no whole, hey, we're going to wait on you for the first 2 years to, get you. No. You making $4 million a year, my boy. They ain't waiting on you no more. Ain't no more wait. That's what it is now.
Right.
And you have to respect that. You either going to rise or you going to fold. And I want to see what number 2 is going to do. That's what I want to see. Obviously, I definitely want to see the Wild Dogs do their thing because I'm always going to be in tune with that. I'm going to be in tune with the whole team for sure. I want to see how number 2 is going to look this year. That's what I want to see. That's what I'm paying attention to. I see when the season starts. I don't care about what they talking about in the writings in spring ball. I don't care how he look in summer camp. I don't care how he look in training camp and scrimmage number 2. I don't give a damn. I done seen players look good in training camp. And then I done seen them in the regular season.
Mm-hmm.
I done seen it.
Yep.
We know camp guys that go crazy in camp. We know it. We see it. We done seen it before. And then when the season starts, it's a different story. So that's what I'm tuning into. So I'm watching number 2. Let's get it, my boy.
Let's get it, man. That's all I can lead up with. I mean, it's not even to where, especially here, like we will never, I would say, criticize, but we're going to go ahead and keep it a buck on here. We definitely want to see you go ahead and do your thing. You are capable of doing that. We've seen glimpses last year. We've seen flashes. Now we just need to see the consistency. We need to see the consistency of you leading in the huddle, outside the huddle, making plays, setting the tone, because that's what happens. When your quarterback, like you said, when your quarterback plays at a high level, you have a very good chance of going ahead and doing good things. And they got the pieces around. They just got to go ahead and be ready to do their job and win their one-on-one battle every single week. You're going to hear me probably say that every time we go ahead and talk about games. So I'm excited. I'm ready to see this defense. I'm ready to see wide receivers. I'm ready to see just a sense of urgency every time we step on the field. If I see that immediately and guys making plays and this and that, getting to the football, making plays on third down, I know we'll be in a good spot. They open up with Western Michigan. That'll definitely be a great test at the crib. So we might have to go ahead and slide to that one. I don't know what we can do about that, but, we have our things. We're getting into things there at Michigan State, but I'm going to go ahead and leave that for another day. But with that, man, we're going to go ahead and move on over to the Speak On It segment. And it's obviously no brainer we're going to be talking about here. The NBA playoffs had started. First round is going on. Just to kind of go through just the series as of right now, Thunder and Grizzlies. We'll go ahead and start with the Western Conference. They won that single-handedly by a very big margin. They're 1-0 right now. That game was disgusting. The Nuggets and Clippers, they played last night. The Nuggets won the first series game, and the Clippers went ahead and won the second one. Lakers went ahead and took the L against Timberwolves. Timberwolves won that one, so they're 1-0. Rockets and Warriors, the Warriors got that one. They're up 1. Cavs and Heat, Cavs are up 1. Pacers and the Bucks, Pacers got them. They are up 1. And then obviously last night as well, as we talked earlier in the segment here, the Knicks versus the Pistons. The Pistons tied that up 1-1. And then the Celtics and Magic, Boston went and won that one as well. They're up 1-0. Out of all these games as of right now, man, which one to you, or just which team, which player, just what is like, man, like this is going to happen kind of situation? Or what are you getting from this right now from the playoffs as we're going into, the 2025 season for the NBA?
What I'm getting right now, I would probably say there's like Memphis is getting swept. Miami is getting swept. Magic probably gonna get swept. Those are your sweeps. So I'm not even gonna talk about those. Those crack chicken. What surprised me is how bad Houston came out looking. Now we know the Warriors are the Warriors. But any court step on, he's Steph. You feel what I'm saying? When Steph walking into your arena, you worry like he one of those guys. Like he ain't one of them. He's in that conversation with the Kevin Durant, LeBron, and Steph. Like those guys right there, like ran from 2010 all the way till now. They ran the league, and you could throw Kawhi in there. You feel me? You can throw Harden in there. That's my 5 right there. Those 5 guys ran the league, which is some of the best basketball ever. I say it from 2008 to 2018. That was the best brand of basketball we've ever seen. Skill, talent, branding, jumping, small ball, big centers, Kobe, all of that. Like that was the best basketball the NBA has ever seen from 2008 to 2018. So when Steph walks into your arena, it's a problem. So when he walks into your arena and you only score 85 points, bruh, they scored 13 points in the second quarter.
That's disgusting.
The only person that looked like came to play was Sengun. Sengun was out there playing, but he can't do it by himself because he's not that type of player yet. He's not there. I don't think he's ever going to be there. He's a good player. He's an all-star this year, first-time all-star and all of that. And he can create, but he don't have that. Like, this my shit. Like, he don't have that. And Jalen Green giving you 7 points? Come on, bro. Like, what is that? Like, that's trash. Dylan Brooks had more points than you. Like, come on, brother. 3 for 15, 0 for 4 from the three-point line. He had just said he getting off of social media before the playoffs. Motherfucker, you need to probably get back on there. get back on there, brother.
You need to activate that account because Lord have mercy. Like how? How? And that's the crazy thing. That's just like you sit here and it's like, this is the biggest stage of biggest stage. This is my first impression to go ahead and do my thing at the crib. I'm hearing all this noise, and brother, you go ahead and lay an egg, bro. That I will never look at him the same anymore after what he did game one, because you're always remembering on how you went ahead and got into the playoffs first round in your first game, and you go ahead and do that. But carry on. That was disgusting.
7 points, man. Like, bro, they only asking you to score. They're not asking Jalen Green to do nothing else. They're not asking him to defend. They're not asking him to create for anybody else. They're not asking him to do nothing but use that athletic ability that you have when you can jump out of the gym. When I watched Jalen Green, it looked like he don't know what the fuck he doing. He looks like he's just full of athleticism, but he don't know what to do with it. I'm watching him on a fast break get a charge. It's like, bro, do something different. Jump over the motherfucker. Like, jump to
For
the
real.
side or fade away or just do something different. Like, do something I know you young, but you ain't that young no more. I don't want to hear that shit.
Right.
It's time. I don't like. First off, if they lose the series, which I think they're gonna lose the series, and I think they can get swept. Like, keep playing, they can get, because if they lose game two, this series is not coming back to Houston.
Mm-mm.
So they got to play their fucking hardest in game two, because if they lose game two, it's over in game four, and if it's over in game four, he's gonna be the main trade piece to go somewhere else. And I don't even know if he a starter, bro. Like, what I see from him, I'm like, bro, you don't close the games, because there was games where he was not in the game at the end of the game. There was multiple games this year where at the end of the game where you need your bucket getters in, Ime Udoka had him on the bench. And I'm like, bro, all you asking him to do is score. And he giving you 7 points. So they're not going to win like that. Van Fleet can't carry them. Thompson, he don't have an offensive bag to do anything right now. And every time Steph shoots the ball, it takes the energy out of the whole stadium.
Yep.
Even if he miss it, he has that type of effect. Every time he shoot it, everybody like, fuck. Like, even if it don't go in, because you think he gonna make it, no matter where he's shooting it from. Like I said, when Steph walk into your arena, it's serious, especially in the playoffs. They ain't ready for it. Like Jimmy Butler and all them, they got to do what they got to do. Yeah, of course, Draymond got to be Draymond, and Pod, and Gary Payton. They have a winning formula, so it didn't matter where they was going to play at. It didn't matter if they was going to be on the road for the first round versus the Rockets. They probably, like I said, they're probably going to sweep them. I wouldn't be surprised if they swept them. So that's what I got from that series. Steph Curry is that.
Yeah, no,
He can miss 6 straight threes and then come back and hit 4 of them, and now he's 4 for 10. It don't matter. You know what I'm saying? Like, it don't matter. He's that type of player. And even if he's missing, you still have to guard him like he's gonna make the shot. That's what I got from that series. But yeah.
No, it's just I would like to go ahead and say that they need to go ahead and start Jabari Smith Jr. on that lineup for the Houston, especially immediately. Like, his presence, especially for him being what he can do on both ends. Like, you saw what he did when he got in. He wasn't scared of the moment. He was ready to play. He's hitting shots, getting rebounds, playing through his abilities. But
who goes to the bench?
So it would be,
because you can't put Thompson to the bench. Is it Dylan Brooks? Can you put Dylan Brooks to the bench, or
no? You would have to keep him in there. I mean, at this point, like, you have to tell, like, if I'm in that situation, to go ahead and talk to Jalen Green and be like, hey, listen, bro, like, you are a guard. You are a guard. You have got to be our vocal point. Like, you see what this man Steph's doing? Yeah. You have to do that and not be scared. And I think that's what it was in that first game. He was just shell shocked. Like, he's like, oh, shit, like, this is different. And we've always talked about it on this show. There's regular season games and there are playoff games. And that's where he went ahead and saw that, yeah, this a little bit different. Because you can tell how you said he was an airhead out there being clueless, because he ain't even know really what to do, because this is a different moment. He ain't really had this in his basketball career. Look at it all the way from high school, all the way when he went through that. He was told, he was good, which he's shown very glimpses of he can be at that stature of what we know he can be at. But when we saw that game one for him, he was completely out of it, like you said, and that's the problem. If I am the head coach, bro, if I'm the guy, I'm like, listen, You're playing point guard and you need to go. Like, I don't give a shit about nothing else. I don't care if you don't play defense like you said. I don't care if you don't play any defense, nothing. We need you to score. You're not understanding your role on this team. And that's why, what's his name? Is it a man? What's the head coach name for the Houston again? Yeah, okay. That's why he has to set him because he's like, shit, I can't even, he ain't even trying to play. And I can't go ahead and just have him be out there not knowing his approach in this game where he needs to score. And that's the problem. But I would go ahead and tell Van Fleet, like, hey, brother, I'm sorry. Like, you shot 2 for 16 for 3. Like, we good on that shit. I'd rather go ahead and have Green just throw up 16 threes or 16 shot attempts and hopefully he hits half of them, but now he's trained that he can do that. And that's the thing. Like, you gotta put the ball in these guys' hands and let them know, like, bro, you need to go ahead and be the vocal point. Look at what the Pistons are doing. They give that ball to Cade damn near 85, 90% of the time. Look at Anthony Edwards. They got him at least 70 to 80. Look at Giannis. They give Giannis that ball majority of the time. When Dame come back, hopefully we go ahead when we get done here and I see that Damian Lillard's in the starting lineup because we fucking needed this game too majorly. If we want to go ahead and continue this playoff run. You got to put the ball in guys' hands, especially with like what they did with Steph Curry. Steph Curry and what's his name? Jimmy Butler. They both ended with 20 plus. And then in the second half, those were the only guys that touched the ball. Come on, Jalen Green, my good brother. We need you to step it up, bro. It ain't no now. It needs to be when you went in and saw what you did after the game and you watching film. But who knows? We don't know if people take this shit serious or not. Hopefully he do take it serious because this is the playoffs. But we shall see.
First of all, I definitely concur with everything you just said. You made some interesting points there for sure because taking Van Fleet off the court and putting the ball in Jalen Green's hands, it's like, hey, I'm putting the ball in your hands every play.
Yeah.
I need you to take this shit serious. And like I want to see you take it. I want to see what you do from that. Like I'm not gonna put you on the bench no more. I'm gonna put the ball in your hand and I'm gonna see if you gonna rise or if you gonna fucking fold. And you gonna have to do it versus these guys, versus the Warriors, versus champions. The motherfuckers know how to win. Championship coach, championship players, like winning players. And this is another thing that I don't think people understand as much. He didn't go to college.
Yeah.
He went straight to like that G League, I think the Ignite team or something like that, right?
Yep.
There's a different atmosphere in college than it is in the G League or whatever. Like they kind of treat you like a pro. But in college, you got to work on your fundamentals every day. You got to work on shit that you probably ain't even going to use like that, like rebounding, like diving on the floor. Like it's certain things in college basketball that can make you a tougher player, a more well-rounded player that the G League probably didn't do for him. There's drills that he do, and there's people that he probably worked with in the G League or the whatever that is that he wasn't exposed to because he didn't go to college and deal with college coaches and college environments and around other college players because college players are not as good as G League players. So they're going to treat you different. But in college, everybody is kind of doing the same shit. You feel me? Like you doing suicides just like everybody else. You diving on the floor doing these drills just like everybody else. But I'm sure in the G League, but they ain't how you diving on the fucking floor. You probably was just doing other athletic shit that you was just doing. So he's missing that layer of basketball. And you can tell, like, I can tell, like, he don't really be knowing what he be doing. Or he don't know what he want to do. Like, even, like, the fact that sometimes he has scored 35 points in one game and then come back and score 6, it shows me that it's luck, kind of. You feel me? Like, he don't really know what the fuck he doing. And he has to know what he doing because in the NBA, they not really teaching you that shit. They expect for you to, like, know how to play basketball. They expect for you to know a good part of yourself to where they can bring that out of you or they can help you with it or you can bring it out of yourself. Obviously, it's going to come out. Like, damn, at some point, you're going to have to be this player that they think you're supposed to be.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what we waiting on? Like, how many coaches you got to have for it to be like, hey, bro, what are you? You feel what I'm saying? Like, you either going to be that soon or you going to be on the bench, coming off the bench, being Bogdanovic, scoring, having games where he can score 30s at times and having good little spurt games where he's unplayable. Jalen Green, like I said, I think this would be like you said. Like you made a great point by saying you gonna put him on the bench. I mean, put Van Fleet on the bench and then just put the ball. Make Jalen Green my point guard. Go cook. Go show me what you can do with the ball. Just go show me because they never really did that before. Like they do it sometimes, but they ain't never said, "Hey, here." And maybe he waiting for the keys. Maybe he don't know his role. You feel what I'm saying? Maybe that's why he's hesitant on understanding what he need to do because they didn't validate to him like, hey, this is your team. They ain't pay him that way. They gave him a 3-year deal for $100 million. So they didn't pay him like, hey, this is your team. So maybe that is a part of it too. Because,
Hell yeah.
be like, hey, man, they ain't give me my $250 million. They might not value me like that. I ain't going to play like that. Some of these players be like, man, fuck it. I ain't going to, you feel me? Especially basketball players. Them little niggas, them motherfuckers is the most pickiest motherfuckers ever, especially NBA players, bro.
And that part, like you said, and I was gonna go ahead and chime in. People just saying fuck it. Like that could be another case where you look at it, these past 10 games. Since March of 27th all the way to April 20th, right? Let me just read these points off real quick for you. Starting with March 27th, 21, 33, back-to-back nights, right? Jazz, okay, but the Suns, we dropped a 33 ball. Lakers, 9, Jazz, 22. Thunder, very good team, 34. Warriors, 21. And then a spurt of single digits from April 9th all the way to April 20th. Clippers, 5. Lakers, 7. Nuggets, 2. Warriors, 7. What in the hell? That's not it, bro. That's not it. I don't give a shit, bro, if you don't get the ball or not. It's not in your hands. I'm looking here, 2 of 7 from the field, 3 of 10, 0 of 7, 3 of 15. Come on, bro. There's a more than just basketball going on. And that's another thing. You got to factor all this shit in. Like you said, it was a great point. Is he getting the keys? Because that's the thing. Like, if you seeing that, or if anyone's seeing that, you have two options with that situation. You either gonna be like, all right, fuck it, I got my bread, or you can make some happen. Like, nah, y'all got me fucked up. I'm about to go ahead out here and cook. He can do that. Like, if you really see him play, you like, bro, how does this man not average 21 a game? How does this guy not go ahead and get to his spots because he is sneaky. He's not sneaky athletic. He is athletic. And he can go ahead and shoot, dribble. He can create everything. Like what Cade Cunningham is doing right now, that's the type of shit that he should be on. And he's not on that type of level where it's like, all right, man, give me the ball, move. You see that multiple times with Cade. But we shall see, man. He's got to figure it out. Like, he needs to come out in this game too, which I believe is tonight, isn't it? No, it's on Thursday. No,
they play.
They play on Wednesday, I think, right? What is today? Today's Tuesday. Yeah, they play tomorrow. He needs to come out there with an urgency, and that first time he steps out there and just yam on somebody, just like how Segu yammed on Draymond Green. Sorry, Draymond, that had to go down like that. That look ugly, my good brother. I love you though. You my dog. No, but that shit look ugly. But you see how that got a pep in his step? He need to do the same thing. Y'all need to push, throw lobs, dunk the ball. He needs to get active immediately.
In order to beat the Warriors, you gotta go through them. You can't go around them, right. Because they pressing you. They in your face. Mm-hmm. So you gotta go through them. Like you gotta go through them. You're not gonna be able to go around them and win the game.
No.
Like you gotta meet them where they at and then push the envelope. You can't be finessey with the motherfuckers. You gotta go in their chest and go at them. And you just gotta do that shit. And it's gonna be a big thing with Ime Udoka too. Like you're a really good coach, and you have a energy that you coach with, a passion that you coach with, but you have to be able to tap into some of your best players as well and get the best out of them as well. Like I said, I don't know what's going on behind the scenes. Obviously, there'd be shit going on with the upstairs and the downstairs. I don't know all of that. But from what I'm seeing, if this is y'all guy that y'all paid, you have to be able to connect with this guy because there's more to Jalen Green that we see. We see there's games where he just can't be stopped. Then we see there's games where he's scoring 7 points and he's not playing in the fourth quarter. Ime Udoka has to find that chemistry with Jalen Green and he has to give him that confidence that because bruh, Jalen Green, a confident Jalen Green, I think scores 25 points a night.
Easy.
Like Jalen Green at the age of 27, I think he's going to be a 25 a night scorer. That's just what I think on like the best outcome of what I think he can be. I'm not saying he's going to be there, but I think he has the range, the athleticism to score 25 a night. And I think this is a pivotal point to where Ume should be like, hey, we're going to move Van Fleet to the bench, and I'm going to put the fucking ball in your hand. The ball going to be in your hand and Sangoon's hand. And that's how we going to play. We going to run a similar type offense to how the Nuggets play with Jamal Murray and Joker. You and Sangoon is going to be doing that type of thing, and you're going to be coming off pick. Find a way. Like, stop just allowing him to just use his athleticism to try to score a bucket because maybe he's not ready for that yet. Find ways to get him the box. Give him the where does Jalen find the spots that are on the court that Jalen Green scores easy as that.
Right.
Where is his spots on the court? There's some certain receivers, hey, I love to run this slant route versus, on the boundary other than to run it on the field. Right. There's some, hey, I like running, from the slot, running this route from the slot other than from running it outside. Find that as a coach. It's on you to find that so you can get the best out of your player. And we're just going to see, man, because 95 points, that ain't a lot of points to win a game in the NBA today. So you held them to 95 points, but you scored 85 points. If you lost by 10. If you scored 20 points, y'all win that game. Y'all win the game 98-95. So you have to show up to the party. And by you showing up, I'm putting the ball in your hand. Van Fleet can come off the bench. He a vet. He understand the game. He understand how it goes. He understand the ebbs and flows of the game. Shit, he was on the bench at the time and then became a starter. So I'm putting the ball in Jalen Green's hand. I'm saying, hey, you're going to turn the ball over sometimes, but we're going to grow with you. We're going to grow with you right now. And what is a better time than doing it against the Warriors in the first round of the playoffs? Go and define who you are. Because if you find yourself in this series and we just so happen to lose, think about the next year. Think about the year after that. Think about the self you have found in this series. Remember Devin Booker in the bubble? Hitting those game-winning shots, doing his shit in the bubble. Then the next year, they ended up in the finals. Because he found something that he loved and that he found something in the midst of that situation to where it allowed him to execute at a high level. So, like what I'm seeing, man, he just gotta step the fuck up, man. For real. It's the big boys league. You gotta show up to the big boy league. Put your backpack on and make it happen because the Warriors is not gonna give it to you, my boy.
And on top of that, still with all that being said, I still got the Warriors.
Me too. Like I said,
it's just you can't. I will sit here and I will say this, and I've talked to you behind. We just on the break and just talking about basketball. Yeah, Steph Curry got his Curry.
Yeah, you be talking crazy about
Steph. I'm done talking.
I be talking crazy about Steph too, but I respect Steph's game.
Like, I'm fully
he ain't in
done.
the conversation with LeBron though. Like he ain't in the conversation with Brian.
Not that.
A few knocks down. He's in that Kawhi, KD. He's in that. He's above James Harden, I would say.
I got him like just.
I would say he above Kawhi.
He above.
Kawhi's been hurting shit.
Yes, he might be above KD too. That's just me.
But that's give and take of what you want. Like
true.
I don't think he's a better basketball player than Kevin Durant. But he may be. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like he can go away. So, but he ain't fucking with LeBron. So stop mentioning him in the same sense as LeBron, and I give you the respect. And we thought he's better than LeBron. No, he didn't. 3 teams, he wasn't the best player on his team. LeBron has always been the best player on his team. I'm gonna just say that. Yeah, we can carry on.
We can carry on with that because that's long-winded. But you got your flowers, my good brother. With a Walden Curry or whatever they has on this hashtag or Wardell. That motherfucker can shoot that ball. Anyways.
What you about to talk about now? You about to talk about your Bucks?
Yeah, exactly. That's what we're about to get into. We'll leave that for last year. Today, Grizzlies face the Thunder. And then we have the Timberwolves versus the Lakers. And then 6 p.m. here. Today, we got the Bucks versus the Pacers. Like I've mentioned earlier, hopefully we got Damian Lillard playing. But if we do not have Damian Lillard playing, for the love of God, can we get some help for Giannis Antetokounmpo? I mean, Kuzma and Prince having 0 points in the first game is unacceptable. At this point, We need to go ahead and have Kuzma on the bench. We need AJ Green to get in, to have a certified sniper out there. And on top of that, I won't even be mind with a Trent Jr. coming out and playing, or KPJ coming in there and doing something as well. But first impression, as I mentioned earlier, is everything. Kuzma, absolutely not. Prince, absolutely not. They can come off the bench. Do I think Doc will do that? Probably not. I really have no other words to talk about when I think about Doc Rivers or what I feel he's going to do, because I've talked to you and I've said this multiple times that this series is going to be on what Doc is going to go ahead and do in game plan from defense and offense. You see that we run this 2-3 zone. It's horrible. No one talks. We got Brooke Lopez, who really can't communicate nor play defense nor grab a rebound. Go ahead and control the most important part of the defense in a 2-3 zone, the middle. I don't know who decided that was a good idea, Doc or Darvin Ham. I mean, both those guys, you guys can go ahead and already assume what that can go ahead and be like when they sit down and talk about basketball. But I mean, we have just got to go ahead and win game 2. I don't know how we're going to win game 2. Either Dame is playing or not playing. Giannis had a wonderful game. I don't take anything away from Giannis or what he did. He went ahead and did what he needed to do. The supporting cast has got to go ahead and do their part. And I would love to see KPJ and Trent Jr. and AJ Green get multiple minutes than they've had in game 1 and throughout the season, because you go with the guys that can knock shots down, that aren't afraid to go ahead and make plays. And those guys need to be in there. And the guys that I mentioned earlier, Kuzma and Prince, need to go ahead and come off the bench and be on limited minutes. This is the playoffs, fellas. You said go ahead and strap that backpack up, put your big boy pants on. If you got to play 48 minutes every night, good. Sounds great, because that's what we need right now. We need that type of energy from the Bucks, and I think this is going to be a good game to go ahead and get that. But again, it comes down with the Bucks. It comes down to coaching. It comes down, what is Doc going to do lineup wise? If I see Kyle Kuzma in the lineup with Prince, I'm going to turn the TV off for a minute and a half, and then I'm going to turn it back on. Or not even that. We're going to see it on Twitter. So Bucks got to get this one, man. This is a big time game. This makes or breaks the Bucks season, everybody. You heard it here. This game right here is going to be like, oh, shit. We are going to go ahead and see, is Giannis going to be coming back? What is our team going to look like next year? What drought are we going to go through now with this Bucks team? Are we not going to go ahead and even get to an Eastern Conference Finals in 5 years or 2 or 3? So this is a huge game. I don't know if you guys people, that do tune in or that listen or, that are new, you're like, well, we can hang our hats on the, championship that we won in 2020. Man, get the hell out of here with that bullshit. I'm not hearing none of that. I'm trying to win now. I'm trying to go ahead and be a sustainable winning culture. Nobody gives a shit about that championship. Yeah, they do, but not really.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I'm going to try to go ahead and have a low blood pressure going into this game tonight. Probably won't. But it's all on Doc, man. That's all I can say. That's all I can say.
So do you think, okay, because they on the road, so Indiana wins tonight, you don't think Milwaukee could go back to Milwaukee and win 2 games in Milwaukee and tie the series up for game 5?
If they don't win this game, they're going to go ahead and put everything on the floor on game 3, right? Then they have to back that shit up again in game 4.
Yeah, but you don't because I'm sure Dame will either be back tonight or game 3. You don't think Dame changes, adding Dame to your team changes the dynamic of this series?
It does, but we saw last year what the similar situation was. I know that we didn't have. It's not different. I mean, obviously, didn't have Giannis and stuff. I get that, but it's the momentum going into the games. Like, Pacers play how the Pacers play. Like, they're gonna go ahead. They're gonna do what they do. They have players. They have very good role players that shoot the ball at a high clip. They knock down shots.
And they play
Halliburton. And they play defense. Tyrese Halliburton is going off. They're going to have a good chance of winning. If Evans is going off, they're big, they're going to go off. And they just have role players that play to a higher stature than they're supposed to. And they're not afraid of the moment. Like, they're going to knock down shots. They're going to go ahead and run what they need to. And they're going to pick you up full court. They're going to be in your grill.
Halliburton, he only had 10 points and they scored 117 points. He was 3 for 13, 0 for 7 from the 3-point line.
That's what I'm
But he had
saying. Like,
up this though. So
but it's just if Dame comes back, yes, it's going to change the dynamic of the Bucks. But the thing is that we know with this Bucks team is that we have to shoot at a high clip to be in games.
can they win if they lose tonight? And Dame, let's just say Dame come back in game 3. Can the Milwaukee Bucks win game 3 and game 4? Because the series, like, only thing the Pacers doing right now, if they win the first 2 games, they're just doing what they're supposed to do, winning their games at home.
Right.
Do you think the Bucks can return the favor for games 3 and 4 by winning those games at home on their own court?
Yeah, no, I think they can, but
Series then. So we have a series at that
we
point.
do have a series. But I think if we get Dame back tonight, like I'm talking about like full-fledged Dame is like
Dame.
Yeah, we gonna whoop that ass tonight. If we get a full Dame and a Giannis and we got them, they're on like I'm talking about how I said 48 minutes. Like they not worried about nothing. They're just locked in because that's the type of player Dame is too. Like I know he needs his rest and shit like that. I get it, but my brother, I'm sorry. Like you got 12 days, the blood clot or whatever it was. Like hopefully he was good. Maybe that just went in and got him a little bit more rested. Hopefully he's all good, ready to go. But those two have got to. I was going to tweet this, but I saved it. Those who have got to carry us all through whatever. I don't care what it is. They're the main vocal point. I will be happy if we go ahead and let those two take us where we need to, because if they're both on the floor, the way we play, there's going to be open shots everywhere. Corner, both corners. So
and Dame is going to bring you 20 plus points back.
They've
been missing that, so that'd be good for them.
And this is what I was thinking too, that I would love to see this as a lineup as well. I call it the running gun. I had written this down. You got KPJ at the 1. You got Damian Lillard at the 2. You got Trent Jr. at the 3. You got AJ Green in there. And you got Giannis playing the 5. And they pick and roll Dame and Giannis the whole time. Every time we go on offense, pick and roll them. Someone's going to be open. You trying to tell me if Giannis doesn't dive to the basket, yes, we're going to be a liability on defense. But if we're going ahead and trying to make this a track meet to make shots, last time I checked, whoever puts the ball in the basket and scores more points wins the game. Because clearly we know we can't play defense. I would like to see that lineup in, because now that just creates where there's just open shots everywhere.
Yeah.
And on top of that, if you don't respect Giannis going downhill, he's either going to get a foul or it's an and-one. And he needs to start dunking the ball, bro. That game 1 where he had opportunities to go ahead and punch on somebody, he needs to get back in that bag. Like he needs to start getting into, I forget what game it was where it was like a regular season game, but he was getting in the paint, spinning off and just dunking. Like that's what we need. So we shall see though. But the big thing is that we cannot have Kuzma and Prince on minutes that they were getting in the regular season. That shit is dead. I don't want to see that no more, because that completely hurts our team. They just are out there liability to where they can't even do anything on offense or defense. They get 5 minutes in a game. Like if anything, Doc was smart saying like, hey, listen, you guys are getting about 5 minutes and y'all better hit y'all shots. And if you don't, I'm knocking it down to 2 minutes. Because I got we have no time for pitter-patter, not ready to shoot the ball with a consistency situation. We got AJ Green on the bench his whole entire regular season, and he was shooting at a higher clip than anybody on the team. So we shall see, though. Big one. Bucks got to get this game. If Dame's back, it's going to be a tight ball game, but we're going to go ahead and come out on top of that one. I think that it takes more pressure off Giannis, because as we're talking about, guys need to have the ball in their hand. Dame needs to have the ball in his hand every time on the offensive possession, because that creates a threat every time you come down. Like I don't want to see, I can stand, but I can't stand. I don't like when Giannis has the ball when it's however long a court is, and he's dribbling, because guys are going to poke at it, things like that. Like just run offense, run pick and roll, get to your spots, get downhill. And if we do that, we'll have a good opportunity to go and win this game tonight. So long-winded, but I think that's what we need to do to get this game squared away. Grizzlies, you already said they're getting swept, so we ain't got to talk about that. But we do got to go ahead and talk about your Your Lakers. Everybody's, the word around town. Everyone's worried about the Lakers. Everyone's worried that the Timberwolves are going to go ahead and sweep the Lakers. Man,
Interesting.
that's what I'm saying. I think the Lakers about to go ahead and win by like 15 this game. I'm going to get my nice little sleep because I got to go ahead and, I got my little work thing that I got to go ahead and do tomorrow.
Duh.
I'm going to wake up tomorrow, bro. Luka had 35. Bron had 28, some. Austin Reeves had 30. Because if you really looked at the first game, they just had to make shots. That's all it was. It wasn't that, and let's give Timberwolves the credit. They came out on fire. It was 14-0 with like 2 minutes within the, opening the second half. They played very well. Can they back that up? Can Nas Reed shoot over 60%? Who else was there? McDaniel shoot over 60%. Can the whole team shoot over as a combined 50% from three? That's crazy. Yeah. But I'm not sold on the Timberwolves getting another game in LA. Talk to me a little bit about this, what you're thinking, because
I never really. I'm not gonna overreact to game ones because game ones is game one. If you know LeBron James, he just be chilling on game ones. He just be out there, just filling out the scene. This is what they gonna do to this. Okay, pal. I'm not going extra hard. I ain't running extra hard. I ain't doing shit. It's game one. Now talk to me when his game one, when his game sevens or closeout games start looking like game one. That's not be like, all right, he cooked. Nah, he done. He need to just hang up and get rid of it. But I'm not about to trip on game one. I stopped watching it after the second quarter because the first quarter it was good. The first quarter they up by Luka hitting shots. They up by 7-8 points going in the first second quarter. Second quarter they just fucking Wolves just take off on them. I'm looking like, bruh, they knocking down shots everywhere. I'm like, dog, what are they doing? It just looked like they just lost the energy. And then I at halftime, after halftime, I turned the game back on. It was 70-48. I said, yep, game over. I'm about to go to sleep. I'm just looking like it just looked like they break. They just, it was just too much of a fill out game. And I'm like, bro, I don't understand how y'all just had 9 days of rest. Maybe y'all should have practiced for real.
Yeah.
Because obviously 9 days of rest, that's longer than any rest time in the entire season.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, you don't have 9 games, 9 days of rest. So they probably came out lackluster. They at home. They slept in their own bed. They just walked into the stadium. We're just going to go out here and just win. Luka's going to lead us. So I'm not going to overreact on the game. But I don't think it was like a fugazi win for the Minnesota either. Ant is going to bring that pressure every night. Obviously, he didn't have a high scoring game, but you still have to respect him.
Right.
And that's the thing about being dominant. Like, even if I'm not scoring points, you still have to respect me because I'm going to come at you. That's the superstar shit. Even if I'm missing the shot, I'm still going to come at you every time like I'm making the shot because this is a make or miss league. So it's not going to change my approach to what I do before I shoot the shot.
Right.
Because once it leaves my hands, anything can happen with big people in the stadium, blowing the wind, take the ball off a little bit over this way, it's magging the ball, it's all type of shit going on. You never know. So I ain't really tripping about the game too much. Obviously I want to see the Lakers play better. They just look like they were just lackadaisical. Austin Reeves got to play better. He has to show up. The ball has to move more as well. Luka do have the ball in his hand a whole lot, bro. Like that's what I be seeing. Like it gets to the point where like I be forgetting Brown on the damn court, bro, for real. Because it's times where Brian even become like a spectator of Luka. Everybody just be sitting there watching Luka, and it's like sometimes it's like, all right, bro, like swing, 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 like do something different. Like, but it's game one. I ain't too much tripping on it. Like how the Timberwolves came out. They ain't got nothing to lose. Everybody think they gonna win. They came out, hit 21 threes. The series started now. They just stole a game. They just stole a game at home. You feel what I'm saying? So now the series start. Lakers lose tonight. It's like, okay, y'all don't want to play. You feel me? I ain't tripping. Hey, y'all ain't gonna do what y'all do. I ain't stressing myself out about nothing. Y'all want to win, then y'all gonna win. But if y'all don't want to win, y'all ain't gonna win. So I ain't too much tripping on it. Like I said, I want to see them play better, but it's gonna be a good series though. I mean, Minnesota ain't a bad team. Like people think they're a bad team. No, they won 49 games this year, and the Lakers only won 50. So That's one game. I think that's a one game difference. I think they won 49 games. So it's a one game difference. You feel what I'm saying? Like, they're healthy. They got a young superstar in the league, and he is as confident as he's the most confident motherfucker in the league, bro.
Yeah.
And then he's playing well. Led the league in three pointers made this year. Bro, he shot like 39-40% this year. He shot the same percentage as Steph Curry. But he can also put that motherfucker on the ground and go and dunk on you. Crazy. And he got mid-range game. And he played defense. Like, his energy is you can tell it flows through that team. And Lakers better be careful.
Yeah.
Bro, y'all be at home. Real talk.
Yeah.
Because he's not gonna it's the first round. He ain't gonna be tired. He's not taking his foot off the gas. So JJ Redick better get it figured out. Brian better get it figured out. Luka better get it figured out. Or they're gonna be in Cancun by your G-Day. They're gonna be in Cancun. But yeah, that's all I got with that, man. Game 2 tonight. I expect the Lakers to win, obviously, for sure. I expect them to win. I ain't got too much adjustments. It's game 1. Home or away, don't matter. It's game 1. First round, he knocked you out. But okay, you can knock his ass out in the second round, and then you can knock him out in the third round, and he don't get up. You feel what I'm saying? So Lakers just got to come back, knock their ass out. Now you're going to have to steal one in Minnesota. It's like, that's what it is. So I'm excited to see their approach to the game tonight. Now Minnesota has something to play for. Like, they got they back against the wall a little bit. You feel what I'm saying? Because even if you lose tonight, you don't want to go back to Minnesota with a bad taste, a bad taste from that L. And that can happen. That's what the playoffs is. It can go over. It can carry over into the next game. I'm excited to see, man, the Lakers approach tonight, and I'll be tuned in.
All right with you. I was saying this to myself, and I'm just going to say it right now. I think this is the Western Conference Finals right now. I think these are two teams that are – whoever wins this, they're going to the Western Conference Finals, and they're going to win. I think just based off what this depth is with teams, I think this is on both sides. RJ, call me crazy or you're nuts, whatever. I just think that these are two teams that can make it happen. And we're so happy we're getting in the first round. So we shall see tonight. I think the Lakers are going to take this one for sure. I think they're going to go ahead and come out with a sense of urgency. And even if they do take, if the Timberwolves do, we all know how Luka plays away. We all know how Brown, when it's time to go ahead and play, what happens. So that's why I got this is just this is an early Western Conference Finals, and it's just great basketball. With that, man, we are back in action. We appreciate you guys if you did go ahead and tune into the live. We will be doing this from here on out. If you've missed, we will go ahead and have it on Spotify as soon as we get done here for you to go ahead and check it out. Listen to wherever it is that you do listen from, iPhone, laptop, whatever it is now these days. Go ahead and make sure you subscribe to everything, right? We go ahead, YouTube, all that good stuff, Linktree and bio for all Twitter, all everything. You're going to find us, like as Primetime says, I ain't hard to find on here. You can go ahead and go to my Instagram. You go to Tony Lippett's Instagram. We're out here moving. We're grooving. We're doing what we need to do. You guys have a wonderful weekend /week/ whenever you listen to this. Have a great day. My good brother Lip, man, we are back to where you give some knowledge.
Hey, man. Hope y'all been drinking y'all water, man, over this little break. You know what I'm saying, man? Because ain't nothing like, some good hydration, man. Take care of yourselves, man. Watch some good playoff basketball.
Yes, sir.
Kawhi's healthy and looking crazy out there. Looking damn Terminator, man. So great hoops is here, man. Y'all be easy, man.
Y'all be easy. Peace out, man. We'll see y'all